Welcome back to DHN. My name is Wade. We're talking 6 under the radar payment coins. Remember, if you find value at any point, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Now, the number one token we're talking about is a newcomer, Clever. The easiest way to describe Clever would be a Binance, KuCoin, Crypto.com hybrid. They have fully decentralized exchanges, self-custody wallets, web browser extension, institutional custody solutions, and their own blockchain. And we know having a native blockchain opens you up to a world of possibilities, tokenization, NFTs, DeFi, all of which exist on the Clever chain. Now, they have a $100 million market cap, 10 billion max supply for Clever, 90% of which is already in circulation. Keep that in mind. The biggest deal for Clever thus far is PundiX. PundiX is a global POS network that allows for the Clever token to be used as a payment method in the locations that they serve. Clever itself is based in South America, but they are also serving the Middle East and the UAE area. In my opinion, Clever has all of the features that the current market leaders have. They just don't have the same amount of recognition. And with them being a younger exchange, they can also avoid the same pitfalls that we see happening to Binance and Coinbase and KuCoin. So strategically, Clever is a good move. Number 2, though, talking about another newcomer here, WADSPAY. WADSPAY, they describe themselves as a modular solution. This means that they can create different applications for financial institutions and merchants to build blockchain-based payment solutions. We're talking cross-border payments of all kinds, and most recently, they've jumped into the field of tokenization with their own private blockchain called Pilgrim. Pilgrim is already getting a lot of attention. It's only been out for 4 months. The majority of their activities are on the Algorand blockchain, but they do have integrations with Ethereum and XDC. A number of projects that are on WADSPAY also give it another advantage to the token that was in the number 1 spot. We have digital identity programs, real-world asset tokenization, and stable coins. And again, much like Clever, it's a young project, but it has a lot of potential. The only downside is that the only places you can get the token right now are on their exchanges or DeFi. There's a lot of DeFi places, but it's not a lot of volume there, so you want to be careful. Jumping into number 3, it's our last newcomer on the list, and it's a token that I mentioned on the channel before. We're talking Globians. Globians is built on XDC, provides multiple crypto trading and payment services. You have a centralized exchange, a decentralized exchange, fintech custody solution. They offer raw metal tokenization through partnerships like Comtech Gold and the Dubai Multi-Commodities Center. Again, we've touched on that plenty times when we do our XDC network content. And I also want to mention too, if you want me to dive deeper into any of these projects on their own, of course, you guys know where to go. Globians also has 6 stable coins from Hong Kong, the US, Great Britain, Singapore, and Europe. And they're also licensed institutions in those same areas as well, US, Europe, and Australia. Platform is available in 100+ countries, and thanks to their relationship with Impel, all transactions on Globians are ISO compliant, ISO compatible. So let that sink in. As a huge supporter of the XDC network as well, as XDC grows, you'll definitely see Globians move up those charts. Now, let's jump into number 4, and we're going to get into the veterans in the payment space that should have a lot more attention than they do right now. We're talking about number 4, AlchemyPay. AlchemyPay is the hybrid payment gateway used by a lot of people. We're talking MasterCard, Binance, Visa, Shopify, WooCommerce. The list really goes on. What AlchemyPay specializes in is fiat to crypto, crypto to fiat, NFTs to fiat, NFTs to crypto. They're the ultimate gateway token. And this is a major problem for smaller businesses in particular that are looking to get into crypto. You could think of it like this. Quant's Overledger Gateway is for the big banks, institutions. AlchemyPay's gateway would be like for your convenience store in your neighborhood. That's the perfect way to look at that. The ecosystem is massive. We have 40 payment gateways, including Visa, MasterCard, Google, and Apple Pay, and Pix, which is the instant payment network that I'm always talking about when we bring up Brazil. You pay attention to that. We have 18 crypto payment providers like Shopify and Aldo, and 78 exchange on-ramp and off-ramp providers, ladies and gentlemen. That's the core for ACH, is their ability to bring in a non-crypto, non-blockchain related financial company and port them right into the industry, and they can do it instantly. Simply, ACH is a problem solver, and if you like to invest in problem solvers, this is the token for you. Now, number 5, this one's gonna shock you. It's Bitcoin Cash. Yes, Bitcoin Cash, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Bitcoin Cash came out of the Bitcoin Wars, which, if you weren't here, was a period in Bitcoin's history where it forked off into like 72 other chains. Basically, the whole argument was that the original purpose of Bitcoin was just to remain peer-to-peer. The current iteration that we have of Bitcoin has gotten so far away from that, it makes no sense. So that's what caused the divide within the Bitcoin community. And we got Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SV, Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin something. However, when I did the digging, because like I said, Bitcoin Cash has been around for a long time, but it has stayed under the radar until the Fidelity, Charles Schwab, and Citadel Securities backed EDX exchange listed them. So yes, much like with everybody else, I started to do a little looking. Bitcoin Cash is accepted as a form of payment method in pretty much every continent on this planet. We're talking the US, Canada, Germany, United Kingdom, and Japan, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not telling you to go all out on Bitcoin Cash. I'm just saying, in the context of this video, this is definitely one of those under the radar payment coins that is making an impact. When I did the crypto documentary about Africa, Bitcoin Cash popped up a lot in that research. Had to put Bitcoin Cash in there because another project that popped up in that research is the number 6 coin on the list, Sello. I have at length mentioned Sello to you guys for the last year or so. So when it comes, if you want to say I'm shilling, go right ahead. But I'm holding, so I have no, there's no need for me to shill. Simply, Sello is a mobile-based blockchain, and this week I will be doing a video on Sello to dive deeper into what that means. But basically, Sello is the only blockchain in this market that can directly integrate into the device that you're watching this video on. It's that deep. And as far as partnerships goes, they've had relationships with the World Bank, the World Economic Forum, and the Digital Pound Foundation, all looking at Sello for stablecoin developments, central bank digital currencies, cross-border payments. Now, more recently, you've had a UBI program go live in Kenya. This actually corresponded with a spike in price, which we saw on Dune Analytics, which is another Sello community-driven analytics platform. It's trying to be like Masari or Glassnodes, but more open to the public. What you saw, though, was that the increased amount of activity in the UBI program corresponded with the price of Sello. That shows you that Sello is definitely a utility-driven asset. This is also the second UBI program that Sello has on chain. So as these programs expand, you can also expect that price to expand a bit more too. Recently, we have a bit of a sell-off. As of this morning, Sello's down about 10% from the 64-cent run-up. Okay, remember that. It ran all the way up to 64 cents. But like I said, I'm going to be diving more into Sello in that particular video. Some more news, though, from them. Bounce Finance joined the team as a new DeFi protocol. We also have Animoca Brands, which is the largest Web3 outfit in the crypto space. They have joined their Alliance for Prosperity. The Alliance for Prosperity is a 120-member organization that spans around the world that includes major companies that are all actively working to promote Sello. Again, I'm going to dive so much deeper into that in that Sello video. But when it comes to under the radar payment coins, ladies and gentlemen, Sello has been doing it since 2017, 2018 specifically, and nobody is talking about it. Now, why do you think that is? And I wanted to add this piece before we get out of here. Why haven't these coins been spoken about? Well, I want to let you know. Information in crypto is controlled. We saw that recently with the whole Gary Gensler resigning situation. The content creators that you see, their content is often motivated by search. So if the audience is not searching for a project, it 9 times out of 10 won't get mentioned. But see, the difference on this channel, I don't care about the algorithm. If I find value in a project, I'm gonna make a video about it. Coming from my background in sales, I look at each one of these assets from the product perspective, and I want you guys to do the same. So, with all that being said, that's all I got for this one. Remember, if you found value, there's a few things that I need you to do for me. Hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, so that way you don't miss the next one. And as always, I want you to have a great day, have a prosperous day, and most importantly, if that money is digital, so is the hustle. I'm Wade Teamer, and I'll see y'all in the next one.